All right, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Builder Series. This is your good friend Sam Seeley here with Circle, and I'm super excited to talk about this company called droplinked. Droplinked is at the forefront of on-chain commerce. The platform provides Web 2 and Web 3 compatibility by offering solutions with no-code tools and diverse applications like token gating, digital goods, sales, on-chain loyalty programs, and product drops. I'm really excited to jump in on this call. We have got Ali here to talk to us about this incredible product. Ali, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks a lot, Sam. Really appreciate you having us, and thanks for rolling out the red carpet.
Hey, absolutely. Welcome to the Builder Series, where we spotlight visionaries transforming technology and innovation with USDC and the Circle Developer Platform. Look, I want to say I first got to meet with you earlier this year. You met with Sandra Persings, our VP over here in the dev marketing team in Dubai 2049. And tell us a little background of your journey into blockchain leading up to this meeting with Sandra in Dubai.
My co-founder and Ashley have been building in the space since 2016, 2017. We focused on decentralizing escrow payments between creators and brands to really remove a lot of the intermediation. We kind of looked at a macro view of what had been done since 2017 to what had been done to date, and with all the innovation that was happening between the DeFi ecosystem and looking at the legacy infrastructure that existing centralized commerce solutions provide, we really addressed a number of the pain points to create transparency across commerce infrastructure. And that's our intention with Droplink. We really are building the entire suite of library and tools you need to be able to sell and settle transparently with any other value add parties. And that involves token payment gateways to accept digital and credit card payments, while at the same time actually owning your inventory by putting it on chain and making it portable.
Yeah, one thing that I was really impressed with when I first looked at you kind of walked me through your product was, a lot of times people that come into the space, when they say on-chain commerce, it's simply just a gateway for USDC, which is great, no problems there. What I really got excited about DropLink was all that back end, customization. I mean, this really is a true commerce experience. I'm curious to get your opinion on maybe some of the businesses that have started to leverage DropLinked and how is that impacting their growth?
Yeah, so far we've been empowering a number of Web3 projects and doing a lot of innovation across the space because they're the ones who really understand how to use all the Web3 functionalities the best. Think about how neat it is when you actually are able to tie together digital products that you're selling with physical inventory that you're putting out there and rule sets on the back end that tie into customer loyalty and being able to dynamically allow them to receive discounts, exclusives, Easter egg surprises, like within like a novelty of like landing on their shop. So that's been where a lot of the innovation has happened so far over the past year, I would say. And I think this is a big unlock for traditional businesses to start to really see the light when it comes to coming on chain and what that means. But what we've done, we've made it incredibly simple with no code tools where anybody can come in and be able to set up a shop within a couple of clicks and customize it to their liking. And they can have that spun up and list their inventory all before the end of an hour.
Wow. Something you just said, the loyalty unlock. I really believe that people are underestimating the sheer power that loyalty ability with on-chain Web3 infrastructure, what it really provides. And so, yeah, I could only imagine if you're a small, let's say a mom and pop store, even a traditional cafe, everyone that comes in, they're tied to you through a digital wallet. It's that one-to-one direct connection that you're not having to go through a third party to get. They don't even have to fill in any more emails or anything. They just simply by interacting with you. So I
And,
I think that
and
that's super
signing
cool.
off, I think it's as simple as like the
Yeah,
future looks like so much of this will be abstracted in the same way we go use our phones for NFC tap to pay, whether it's Google Pay, whether it's your Apple
there you go.
Wallet. You're going to be able to sign off on your transactions, your purchases, your loyalty rewards, how you want to spend your points, how you want to spend your money. It's really going to become a very frictionless experience. And where I think it's really exciting is those who begin to lean into this, those merchants and those brands are going to be the brands of the future.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I think yeah, this is the evolution from the internet. The internet websites create that first level of customization. This is the next level, man. Let's go into stable coins. How does that help create better transparency and efficiencies for businesses?
Yeah, stablecoins are a big unlock when it comes to remittances globally. That's kind of a no-brainer. At least all of us in the industry understand that it's a lot easier to do a stablecoin transfer, at least to another party that might have a wallet, or at least send them to where they could claim a wallet with now programmable wallets through Circle in this case, and be able to do that way faster than wiring money internationally
Mm,
and just dealing with IBANs and lost transfers. I can't even count how many times that ends up happening between businesses. So, that's one aspect of it. But the other part, which is really interesting, is that you can really get into collateralization around the assets and how a business operates and creating this level of on and off ramping for these assets that are being distributed and can be rule based. So a lot of these B2B relationships with businesses are service license agreements that are still, old school documents that could be digitally authorized and signed, but they're not smart contract enabled. And so what we're
mm,
helping to unlock is that inventory can be service license agreement based. You could have your IP, you could authorize a third party to manufacture products on your behalf. You can authorize a third party to distribute those goods on your behalf. And when something sells, it settles and distributes to each party's allocation fairly and transparently. That's a massive unlock. And when you price your goods, you price them in staples. So
I like it.
it's
I
a
like it.
simple way for people to understand, okay, this is the price of the item. It's not going to insanely fluctuate. And whether they want to accept other types of digital assets is awesome. Stable coins give that level of assurance of me being able to settle out the cost of my goods. That's the way we've treated it for merchants. And we see this as the next evolution to better empower both the SMBs and the SMEs that are coming on chain.
This episode is brought to you by Circle. The Circle platform offers developers tools that equip them with a scalable infrastructure that helps them build with confidence. With a full suite of familiar, flexible, and easy to use APIs and SDKs, as well as regulated stablecoins, USDC and EURC, developers can serve users around the world, maintain security and compliance, build confidently, and innovate at the forefront of finance. The future is frictionless. Learn more and visit developers.circle.com. And as you're talking about, you're saying this kind of broadly, what comes into my mind are the emerging markets. How this is truly empowering businesses in emerging markets, right? Because like you said, you're talking about a stable currency, the ability to accept and to store value in the US dollar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Through
Mm-hmm.
USDC, in the euro through EURC.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can add a little bit. I don't know if you've seen this so far, but how companies in emerging markets are essentially future proofing themselves through this.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, actually. So I'm calling in from Dubai. We opened an office in Abu Dhabi, and it's just one of the most
Nice.
sound places to be able to operate, at least in the digital asset space. But it's also a very global economy, right? And a global hub that has people from all over the world. But a lot of the innovators are building here and helping to spread the technology everywhere. And so, specifically here in this emerging market, what's really interesting is that still a lot of businesses, whether SMBs, SMEs, are still operating in fiat and everything is still kind of pegged to the value of the dollar, at least compared to the dollar for the most part. And using USDC and EURC as a way for some of these emerging markets to have this level of assurance as a merchant that I know the value of what I'm collecting in payment is going to be collateralized in a stable currency that is accepted globally. That's really powerful stuff. And even beyond that, what's really interesting is that we're beginning to now see this next level of incentives when they decide to adopt this. Any merchant can now have their programmable wallet, which accepts USDC on Ethereum, on Solana, and beyond. And all of a sudden, they're able to not only like accept payments into stables and convert back into stables, and then be able to essentially like off ramp into their local currency or fiat. What's even more awesome is that if they keep their funds into their wallet, they can start to compound and earn 5% interest. So like there's an incentive to
Wow.
be on stables. And in an emerging market, that's a heck of a lot more safe than putting it at the local bank.
You mentioned programmable wallets. Curious to talk about a little bit on Circle developer tools that you've gone ahead and integrated a little bit. I know you mentioned programmable wallets, of course, are stables, but also CCTP. So
Mhm.
if you can maybe go over some of that, I'll love to hear.
Yeah, from our perspective, we are really building out the inventory management systems to be able to record all their inventory on the chain of their choice as a merchant or a business. So if they decide that Polygon's the right fit for them, or Solana's the right fit for them, or maybe just using ETH, totally up to their choice for their inventory records. But then they can modularly choose what types of payment forms they want to be able to accept dynamically on the front end for the customer experience and the shop fronts, the product embeddables, and the payment gateways. So that's where we give them the ability to, one, as a merchant, I come on board with droplinked. I have my tech set up as to how I want to have my front end. On the back end, I enable my payment mechanisms. And so with the programmable wallet, immediately they can accept all stables. They can still also accept natively like whatever cryptocurrencies they might be interested in being paid out in. But with CCTP, now we can bridge that quite seamlessly, whether they are being paid in Polygon and want to settle out in Solana, if they want to be able to then do all of this and then off ramp into a stable very quickly. We help to make that a very seamless and frictionless process within the interface, all powered by the programmable wallet we're offering to the merchants now.
I would love to see if we could spend some time kind of like getting a tour of what this actually looks like. Before we hopped on, you mentioned the programmable wallets just went live, which is super exciting. Could you maybe showcase for us what it looks like from the merchant side?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So let me fire up a screen share
Awesome.
here real quick, and I will take us through some of the aspects of the platform. So this is that back office that we discussed for the merchant. They're able to come in, customize the entire experience for themselves. This is one of our clients on Stoppable Domains. They've been incredible. They're at an offsite at permissionless right now, and they're loving all the merchandise that they kind of customize all within our interface with their team. But from the management panel, they actually have the ability to go in and activate their merchant wallet. And upon activating their merchant wallet, the experience looks like this. It immediately pops up and
Wow.
says, now you've enabled USDC acceptance. And with this, they have the ability to then immediately have Solana, Ethereum, and every other stablecoin that works with USDC as a automatic conversion process that they can leverage within the interface, and they can load it up. They can off ramp directly, so it's all super seamless within their interface. Don't have to be technical. But then even beyond that, when it comes to creating products and managing their inventory, as we discussed before, this is where they can go through and they can list products and create them, whether it's their own physical products they're already producing, designing products on demand within our trusted network of partners of on demand producers globally, creating digital products in real time, or even POAP events. So if they want to do event ticketing, you have somebody show up to your event. Now they have that POAP in that wallet that we discussed earlier. And when they go to your shop or into your store and they want to have that customizable experience based on their loyalty, they showed up to that event. You can actually create a rule set to give them a discount to one of those products that they interact with. And so, what that looks like from the inventory perspective, when you have products all built out, it's really simple and easy to manage all that within your interface based on what's published, what you're still in draft
Wow.
mode with, and you're able to kind of customize all the variables and the details around it. So, you're able to go through and you have all of your product shots, you have the metadata associated with the size and the descriptions. But what's really neat is once you have all this broken out, this is what gets recorded on chain when you decide to create your product record. So you can choose which network you want to record your inventory on, whether you want to offer an affiliate piece to third parties, you want to ensure a royalty if there's a secondary sale. We make it super easy for you to incorporate all of this and bring it all under the hood and abstract away the complexities of knowing what needs to be on chain. And it's going to get even better than this. So we have a lot in store that we're really excited to kind of release. But on the consumer experience, I know we just talked about a lot of what that looked like for the merchants, but as a consumer, that entire experience is totally abstracted away on the back end. So what you would see is just a simple shop front that you understand. You go to interact with these products, and when you go to buy the item, upon checkout, it'll ask you, do you want to use credit card? Do you want to use crypto? Super simple and easy for them to use. But on the back end, if you are opted into this Web3 world, you're able to kind of take advantage of these Easter egg surprises. So this is one of the artists that we helped to power, where she did a generative collection for digital goods, sold them out, and for her loyal community, any of those that came in and actually had 8 of her digital items that they had purchased from her collection got this surprise that this item came down to $0, and they got a free one of one unique color painting that she
Nice.
made for them. So it's really cool if you start to take advantage of this type of technology on the back end, which is why we built with the innovators this last year and a half, the people who understood the tech, and now we're rolling this out to bigger businesses and companies who want to take advantage of this. So I hope that's like a
Very
helpful
cool.
helpful view.
No, that's no, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, first of all, I want to say everything that you showed was great. I loved how you showcase really from the merchant side or the consumer side how easy and seamless it is, and how all that complexity is just abstracted away, from their view. This is all great and wonderful, but I'm a business person. I know there are a lot of people listening that are business minded. Let's listen in, and I'm curious to know: is there any sort of types of ROIs that clients and enterprises have seen when implemented drop linked as a supply chain and commerce solution that you could share?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for asking that as well, actually. So there are two parts to that question. One, from a bottom line perspective, the ROI that we've helped clients with is we help them save up to 12% by removing third party intermediaries on a transaction. And that can be in the
Nice, 12%.
form
I
of
like that.
12% is a pretty impactful number when you've got
It's a
the
big
cost
number.
of your goods sold, then you're marking up MSRP, but then you have the cost of marketing and a lot of the software support that you need, and a number of these centralized entities and solutions that are just chipping away into those margins, just making it nominal, and you're barely break even at the end of the day. We're giving back 12% by removing a lot of the fees associated with traditional centralized commerce solutions and giving transparency behind transactions. And that's really what we're behind. We're all about transparent commerce, and we want to
Nice.
people to understand that we're providing the tools that help them to transparently sell and settle with whomever they decide to work with. So, to the second part of your question, the way that we're actually also helping SMEs today and soon to be SMBs with the tooling themselves are helping them create digital product passports. And what digital product passports help to do is provide better attribution behind a product's life cycle from point of production all the way to the point of sale. And so we're able to tell how a product is produced, how sustainable it is, who it's being transferred to when it's purchased, and if there's a secondary sale, can actually start to trigger some of these mechanisms around redistributions and payouts back to the original company, brand, IP owner, and even that co-seller. And I think that's where there's a massive unlock in the industry that's going to come about from breaking out of this legacy technology that's been in place around affiliate networks and cookies. This is going to evolve all of that. So we're really moving towards better liberalization around transparent commerce for SMBs and
Mm.
SMEs, but already off the bat, 12% not too bad. So that's where
No,
we've
that's
started.
that's good. I love that you know the numbers, and everything that you're saying is completely on point. Makes a lot of sense. Look, Ali, it's been really great talking with you. Excited about the growth. To everybody watching, thank you for joining in to the Builder series. Ali, thank you so much
Sam,
for spending
thanks
some
so much
time
for
with
having
me
me.
this afternoon,
Yep,
man. It's been awesome.
absolutely,
I,
absolutely. Yeah, I want to
I
thank
can't wait to come
everybody
visit.
out there as well that does hit the website, checks it out, whether you are an SMB whether you're a drop shipper, you're a co-seller. We want to support all of you and really encouraging any of the feedback you're willing to give as we continue to build the future of commerce together. So thank you, Sam, again for having me.
Absolutely. I can't wait to come visit you out in Dubai. We'll
Yeah,
talk soon.
looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Circle Builder series. Check out the show notes for links to any resources mentioned in today's show. And if you enjoyed the show, please leave us a 5-star review and hit subscribe so you never miss an episode.